Hello and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Canva to create a quiz video that you often see on YouTube. This is going to be quite a simple quiz and you can create many different styles. As you can see, I've created a Guess the Actor quiz video, and if you click play, you can see that there's music and there's animations, and on the first slide, you can see this is the way I've done it. So I've blurred out the face of an actor. I've got a simple number for the number of the question. So this is question 1. And then you have 5 seconds or however long you want to set it to be for the viewer to guess. And then it will go on to the next slide, which will have the answer. And then we've got another one, which is of course Nicolas Cage, and another one, which is Matt Damon. And I've added a fourth one, which is Jim Carrey. Now this is a really simplified version of a quiz. You can add so much more and make it so much more detailed and look better. You could do a different type of quiz altogether. You could have animals. You could have blurred out animals. It is completely up to you. And you could also up the difficulty. It doesn't have to be pictures. You could have snippets from a show, and you could have guess the series, or a snippet from a movie, and you could also change the amount of time the viewer has to answer. So at the moment you can see this page has a duration of 5.2 seconds. Now it's really 5 seconds and the 0.2 is the transitions, but I've also added music and I have implemented the beat sync option, which is also why the video lengths for each page is slightly different. Now you don't have to enable that, it is completely up to you. So let's go ahead and create this video. So first of all, you want to get your data. Now what I've done is opened the list of most famous actors as voted by the UK population. Now you can see this can be sorted by fame and popularity, but you don't have to do actors. This is just where I got my information for my quiz. So now let's go back into Canva and we're going to click the menu button and create a new design. Then we're simply going to click onto video. Now the first thing that I'm going to do is add a background. So I'm going to click onto the background color button here, and you can set any color. I'm just going to set this color here as it's a color I like. And then we're going to create the title. So what I'm going to do is go to text, and you can see that this is the title that I used in my example. But there are loads of font combinations that you could use. Let's go for this one here, for example. And I'm just going to type guess the actor. There we go. So this is quite a fancy design. And then we can change the text color by clicking onto this text element, clicking onto color. And then I'll select the color from within my brand kit. The colors and fonts and designs are completely up to you. So there we go, we have the first page. Then what I'm going to do is create a new page. Once you've created the second page, this will be your first question. Now in this example, this isn't exactly a question. It is just going to be a picture of an actor blurred out. Now I've already uploaded my pictures, so I'm going to go to uploads. And I'll click on to Jim Carrey. And now I'm going to make this look a bit neater. So we're going to add a frame. So you could type in frame, or alternatively, you could just click onto frame here. However you can find them. So I'm just going to type it in. And we can see all of the frames just here. Now in my example, I used the circle, but let's use this one here and then slide in the picture. And then we can make it a bit bigger and center it. I'm not going to center it completely. I'm going to have it a bit higher so we can add the text underneath. Then what we're going to do is click edit. Now you could remove the background if you want to. Just click the background remover button. But in this example, I'm not going to do that. What we're going to do is click the blur effect. And then I'm going to click onto whole image. And then we can add the blur to the image. So in my example, I used a 50% blur, but you could turn this up to increase the difficulty or have it lower to decrease the difficulty. Let's put it to 70 for now. So this is going to be quite difficult. I don't think that that is clearly Jim Carrey. And I think I will center this completely actually. There we go. And then I'm also going to copy the branding for the quiz so that we have that in here as well. And let's make it a bit smaller and put it at the top right. There we go. That is absolutely fantastic. And then I'm going to copy the top text element and then paste it. Well, that's copied both, but we can delete the bottom one. And then I'm just going to add a 1. So we know this is question 1. And I'll put that in line with the text at the top, but I'm going to put this at the top left. And I'm also going to make it a bit bigger. There we go. Now we can go ahead and duplicate this page. Now you can click onto the page and click Control D, or you can click onto the 3 dots and click the duplicate button. There we go. Now this is the answer, so we're going to unblur the image. So let's go back to blur and turn the intensity to 0. And I'm going to copy the text over here. This time I'll delete the top text. And I'm going to write the answer. I think I'll make this a bit bigger and place that down there. So we know the answer for the first question is Jim Carrey. I think that looks good. You can make some changes. You can put the text anywhere you want it to be. You can make the text bigger. You can change the font. It is completely up to you. So there we go. That is the first one. Then you want to do that with all of your other questions. So let's duplicate this page here because we want to keep the blur. Click onto the image, go back to your uploads and drag in your next image. There we go. And then we're going to make this question number 2 and duplicate this page. And then we're going to unblur the image just like we did for the previous one. And we're going to add the text for the answer. And this is Morgan Freeman. I definitely didn't just forget his name. There we go. So this name is longer, so you could either have it in 2 lines or you can give it space and center the name. There we go. Fantastic. Add the other one a bit higher. There we go. So that is the second one. So you get the idea of how this is going to work. Now what you'll want to do is go ahead and do this for all of your questions and answers. Now I'm not going to do that. I don't want to waste your time. Instead, I'm going to show you how we can customize this further. What we're going to do is go back to the front and we're going to click the animate button. And you could add simple animations to each page or each element. But what we're going to do is use the magic animate feature. And this will instantly apply animations and transitions to your entire design. So this will add it to every page in the video. So let's click onto that, give it a second, and it will recommend an animation for us, and it's recommending bold. So let's go ahead and use it. Fantastic. Now if we can go to the second page and click play, you can see that everything slides in nicely. So there we go, that's how you add animations. The next thing that we're going to do is add some music. Actually first, I'm going to show you that there's a transition here as well, so let's click play. And there we go, that's quite a nice transition for the image to reveal the answer, so I think that looks awesome. So now let's go back, and what we're going to do is look for music. So let's go to elements, and then delete our search, and we're going to type in, first let's go to audio, and see if there's anything good here. You can see my recently used music, and we can also see popular music down here as well. So let's preview this. So that is probably going to have copyright restrictions if you upload it to YouTube. So let's just go to free audio. So let's play this first one. Yeah, that sounds okay. So let's slide this in to the audio section at the bottom. So now we have music. So let's click play. Actually, first let's close the side panel, and now we can click play. Okay, that's cool. I think that sounds good. We could make some changes to this. So we could add a fade so that it fades in at the beginning and fades out at the end. And we could also implement beat sync, and we can adjust the volume as well. Let's turn it down to 50. And we have some other options as well here, but we can leave those. And I think I'm not going to use beat sync in this example. Let's just leave that. What I will do though is make it so that the questions have got 5 seconds and the answers both have 4 seconds, because you don't want to be on the answer page for too long. And then we're going to go back to the question page and we're going to add a timer. So let's look for 5-second countdown. Okay, this one might work. We need a simple timer that we could add. Okay, we're actually on the wrong thing here. We shouldn't be on design, we should be on elements. So let's type in 5-second timer. There we go, that's much better. And now we should look at videos. And let's see. Okay, any of these seem like they'll work. They seem a bit quick. Let's click on this one here and remove the background. Okay, it doesn't look like that one is going to work too well. Let's try this one and remove the audio from it, because that's very annoying. And remove the background. This one should work better. No, it seems it hasn't. We might have to leave the background, which could be annoying. But this is just a quick example. How about the sand timer? We could put this inside a frame. Let's go back to frames. Add a circle frame. Put the video inside here. And put this in the bottom hand corner. And shorten it to 5 seconds again. There we go. So now, let me see, is that perfectly in the corner? If I copy this and also put it in here and go back to the beginning and preview it at the top right by clicking this button here, I am going to mute it, but there should be a simple countdown timer in the bottom, which disappears. Okay, that works. I don't think it's brilliant, but it works. We could have a look at some alternatives. Let's see. 5-second timer. Videos. Okay, I think that one might work better. Let's go back to this video here and just slide this in. And of course, make the video back down to 5 seconds. There we go. Let's see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then it goes back to 5. Does it do that in the actual video? We might want to remove the animation from it. Let's see. Yeah, let's remove the animation from it. 2, 1, and it does go back to 5. So if we make the video slightly shorter, there we go. So we're going to remove the animation from this clip or this element. What we're going to do is just, let me see. We could add a different animation so that it fades in. I think that's better. Or we could remove it by clicking the remove button at the bottom. Now let's copy this element, delete this one, and also the frame. Paste that in just there. And now it looks like we have a good layout for our quiz. So let's preview this again. I'll turn the volume down. So we have the title screen, the first question. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the answer. And then it will go over to the second question, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we have a nice timer going on, which is pretty good. Okay, fantastic. So there we go. That is how you create a simple quiz video using Canva. Now you can make changes to it. You can have a completely different style or use any different elements. It is completely up to you. This is just an example so that you can see how it works. Then once you are happy, click the share button, then click download and select the correct settings for your video. So you probably want to use MP4, 1080p or higher, and select all pages because we want everything to be included in the video. And then if you want to use these preferences for your next download, you could click save download settings, but you don't have to. Then once you're happy with all of this, click the download button and it will download the video that you have made to your computer. So there we go. That is it. That is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I will see you in the next one. Once again, thanks and goodbye.